Welcome to Eddie Mathews Field for a Friday night edition of the California Collegiate League, and we got a good one. It's the number 1 Santa Barbara Foresters facing off versus the number 2 Conejo Oaks. The Conejo Oaks coming into this game on a 4-game winning streak, and in the final match between these two teams this season, just one game separates the 18-7 Santa Barbara Foresters and the 18-8 Conejo Oaks. What are you looking for in this matchup?
I'm looking for some serious baseball and some locked-in defense and offense. This is the decider for first place today. Biggest game of the season so far for both of these teams atop of the CCL South. And, you know, the Conejo Oaks, as you mentioned, a lot of momentum working for them, a 4-game winning streak, and the Foresters just had their 3-game winning streak snapped by the San Luis Obispo Blues. It was a 6-3 loss to the Blues on the road in San Luis Obispo, but I'm expecting to see some good baseball today.
And I'm Judo Kanye, he's Sammy Fana. We got a good one on tap as this is the 5th and final meeting. Both teams have split the season series 2-2. The last time these two teams faced off, you go back to July 1st when the Santa Barbara Foresters took down the Conejo Oaks 4-1 at George Sparky Anderson Field. We're sure to be in a good one here today as we'll bring you to the field, and it's the Santa Barbara Foresters first on the defensive end. It's Kahimi Kahalakai making his now 4th start of the season for the Foresters, as we saw him already once versus the Oaks when he pitched 5 innings, just allowed 2 runs, 2 of those being earns, 3 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts in the 18 batters he faced. And, well, Sammy, it really was a productive game. I mean, the 2 earned runs was something, but that was really just in the first inning he pitched. The next 4 innings held the Oaks scoreless. Yeah,
don't let his first rusty inning fool you there. He pitched outstanding against the Oaks. Coming in that 4th inning, had his, first inning in relief hurdles, but he shut down the Oaks after that, and so I think coming back and facing the Oaks again, he's got a lot of momentum on the mound coming into today.
So it's Ethan Gonzalez at the plate first for the Conejo Oaks. As we get to your batting order, Jacob Galloway to follow suit, Nolan Johnson, Devin Wilkes in the designated hitter spot, Tyler Hawley at third base, Landon West, and then your last 3, Jax Jimenez, Lucas Danuitz, and then in the cleanup is Cade Falskin, and that is your batting order here on a Friday night, July 11th. As we get the first pitch, 4:35. It's a strike that Ethan Gonzalez takes. And so for the Oaks, we mentioned a 4-game winning streak dates back to last Saturday when they were able to get the win versus the Philippines baseball group, or I apologize, the San Diego Waves was the start of a 4-game win streak, taking down the Philippines baseball group last Sunday. And then wins versus the Barons and the San Francisco Seagulls this week have them just 1 game behind the Santa Barbara Foresters, sitting at 17-8. As Ethan Gonzalez now making his 2nd straight day as the leadoff man. He was 1 for 3 with 2 runs and RBI as well as a walk, as it's a 2-1 count. Grounds one down the middle. That's going to be picked up by Esker. His throw is going to be in time, gets the first out.
Pretty routine play right there. Yeah, Ethan Gonzalez, him in the leadoff spot. He's seen some great productivity, and with Kenlinger out for a while, he's been stepping up as well.
So now it's Jacob Galloway working on a 6-game hitting streak entering today's game, batting .333 for the Oaks this season. 2nd on the team with 22 hits, leads the team with 19 runs. He was 2 for 3 back in their win versus the Barons on Tuesday. He was hit by a pitch. He also came in as a pinch hitter versus the Seagulls on Thursday as he looks at a pass ball that hits the backstop. Counts 1-0.
Yeah, Kahimi Kahalakai in that game against the Oaks, he did strike out 5 batters, 4 in his last appearance on July 3rd against the Barons.
With a 2-1 record, making his 4th start, as it's a 1-0 count to Galloway. Looks at a ball low. Kahimi Kahalakai's pitched the 2nd most innings of any San Francisco or any Santa Barbara Foresters pitcher. Has allowed 23 hits, 9 earned runs, 9 walks, and a 2nd best 20 strikeouts this season. The 2-0 to Galloway. Looks at another ball low and inside. And get to your defensive things today for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Behind the dish is Zane Becker, and then at first base, Caleb Hoover. At second is Xavier Esker. At third base, Easton Mumma and Coleman Ryan at shortstop. And then left to right, it's Mick Paul, Terrence Keel, and Brenton Clark in your outfield. Upstairs for ball 4 as it's a 4-pitch walk to get Galloway on the bags. It's the first base runner for the Oaks today. Bringing up Nolan Johnson, who just recently committed to the University of Duke. Spent his freshman season at Miami, originally from Thousand Oaks, California. He's
playing for his local CCL team.
One of 2 twins on this team. We haven't seen Nate Johnson in some time, but Nate Johnson's another member of the Caneo Oaks. First pitch is outside. Johnson takes. Johnson this year batting .333, has 6 runs, 9 hits, 6 walks, has been hit by a pitch 3 times. Just 1 double on the season. We saw him in the win versus the Seagulls, a dominated one, I should say, 16-6. Everything was working for the Oaks for their 4th consecutive win. As Galloway looks at the ball in the dirt, or Johnson looks at the ball in the dirt, Galloway retreats back to first base. Galloway with 3 stolen bases, so certainly a Kahalakai is going to have to keep his eye on.
As it's Kahalakai, yeah, tall too on the mound, sort of intimidating from a batter's perspective.
The 2-0 to Johnson. Fouls that off to right. Yeah, Kahalakai, probably the tallest player on the Santa Barbara Foresters. Say standing around 6'7", 6'8". Pretty tall matchup with Nate Johnson, or Nolan Johnson also being 6'6" himself. Grounds that to second base. Esker turns it to second base. They're going to turn it for 2, and they can. It's a 4-6-3 double play for the Foresters to get out of the first inning. We head to the bottom of the first, 0-0. We come to the bottom of the first inning as the Foresters making their first trip to the plate, and it's going to be one of their newcomers, Xavier Esker, their second baseman, who just played in his first game back on July 6th. The senior at UCSB coming to the plate first, and just his limited time with the Foresters, batting .154, has 2 runs, 2 hits, 4 RBIs, and just struck out twice. Already has a home run on the season. And it's Caden Beloyan for another Friday night for the Conejo Oaks. As Esker shows bunt and takes the ball upstairs. And for Beloyan, making now his 6th game started of the season. He's 2 for 2 with a 4.09 ERA. It's a 1-0 count to Esker as shows bunt again. He's able to lay it down off to left, but it's fouled. Not able to keep it into the field of play. Well, Beloyan last made a start versus the Philippines baseball group back on July 4th, where the Oaks did lose 7-5, but he pitched those first 4 innings pretty damn well. He had 3 hits, just 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts, and it was after Beloyan left the game that the Oaks let up 7 runs in that 5th inning.
Yeah, Beloyan shut Philippines out.
That's kind of been the story. The starting pitching has been strong for the Oaks. It's when they turn to the bullpen is where they got to trust some of their guys, especially late in this season. It's a 1-1 count to Esker. Takes a strike on the out part of the zone. Counts now 1-2. Beloyan has pitched a total of 22 innings, has allowed 25 hits, 15 strikeouts, has walked 6, and 10 earned runs. Looking for a 3rd win on the season. It's a 1-2 pitch. It's chopped softly out foul to the left. Counts now still 1-2. And Esker in 2025 for UCSB batted .281, played in 54 games, started all 54 of those games. Had 217 at-bats, had 61 hits, 38 RBIs, and 50 runs. So a 1-2 pitch to Esker. Takes the ball upstairs.
Yeah, 50 runs was a team high and also the 9th most in the Big West Conference.
That was just his first year at UCSB. He had spent the past 2 seasons at Arizona University, where he redshirted his 2023. So a 2-2 count. It's a high fly ball. It's going to be shallow left field. Gonzalez is going to get over to make the play, and he's going to be able to glove it and gets the out. So after a first long at-bat by Esker, Beloyan wins the matchup with a pop fly out to left field.
Nice start there for Caden Beloyan, who, as we talked about, had his last couple starts have been fantastic. He was the starter he was the winning pitcher in the 4-1 win against the Foresters. He pitched 5 innings of 1-run ball that game. Allowed 5 hits. He struck out 3. He struck out 3 batters in each game that he has pitched. So 5 games, that gives him 15 strikeouts on the season.
It's now Mick Paul at the plate, another newcomer for the Santa Barbara Foresters. First pitch, he takes a ball low and inside. Well, Mick Paul played his first game just this week on July 9th versus the Blues in a 5-2 win. And we'll get to your batting order here for the Santa Barbara Foresters. Following up, Mick Paul is Easton Muma, then Brenton Clark, Cole Chamberlain, Terrence Kill, Caleb Hoover, Zane Becker, and then cleanup Coleman Ryan. The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs for another ball.
Yeah.
So Paul batting .143 on the season, just 1 hit, 1 walk, and as well as a stolen base. The Foresters split a 2-game series versus the Blues, 1-1 in this week. Takes another ball upstairs.
Mick Paul was 2023 SEC first-year academic honor roll.
So a 3-0 count to Mick Paul.
He redshirted in 2024 for medical reasons.
The 3-0 pitch. Takes another ball upstairs. It's a 4-pitch walk for Mick Paul, as it's his now 2nd walk of the season and the 7th one that Caden Beloyan has allowed. Almost eerily similar to how the Oaks started this game. So now it's Easton Mumma, one of the guys that has been with the Foresters all season long. He's batting .319 this season, has 18 runs, a team leading 29 hits. 3 of those have gone for doubles, so 1 on, 1 out. First pitch to Mumma. Takes a strike inside and counts now 0-1. In your defensive things, it's Landon West behind the dish for the Oaks, and then Nolan Johnson at first base, Cade Falskin at second, Tyler Hawley at third, Ethan Gonzalez at short. The 0-1 pitch. Takes the ball low, and then in your outfield, it's Jacob Galloway, Jax Jimenez, and Lucas Danuitz from left to right, manning the outfield. It's Jacob Galloway making another appearance in left field. Has alternated between being behind the dish and in the outfield. The 1-1 pitch. Upstairs for a ball count now 2-1.
Yeah, in my opinion, the key to being a utility in the outfield and behind the plate, you got to balance your time in the outfield and catcher, because if a significant amount of your time is that catcher, that's going to stunt your speed. Catchers, they have to do so much crouching down and sitting that you know, your muscles get more stiff and your legs, they're not used to running as far, so good balance is key.
Certainly helps when a guy like Landon West from Rice comes in and is able to take some of that pressure off. It's upstairs for another ball as Landon West gets up from his spot and doesn't make the throw, but checks that first. It's now a 3-1 count to Easton Mumma.
Yeah, Mick Paul, he deked his steal attempt.
So the 3-1 pitch from Beloyan. Upstairs for ball 4. So back-to-back walks for the Foresters as now 2 base runners on, and it leads way to Brenton Clark, who has a second-best .370 batting average on the Foresters this season, working on a 4-game hitting streak. Entering today's game, has 27 hits, 29 runs. The sophomore from University of Arkansas didn't make any appearances, so with no appearances, trying to have a strong summer here for the Foresters as they are #1 in the South Division at 18-8. Shows bunt, drops it off to the left. It's going to go foul. So he'll retreat back to home plate as well as the runners back to their original spots. So 1 out, 2 on for the Foresters. Mick Paul at second base, Easton Mumma at first. And this is just the second game that the Oaks and the Foresters have played at Eddie Mathews Field at Santa Barbara High School. The 3 other games are all at George Sparky Anderson Field. The Oaks are 1-0 in this field this season. The 0-1 pitch is low. It's going to get past West. Runners are going to advance to second and third. Now 2 runners in scoring position for the Foresters as a ball West just couldn't get in front of and keep hold of.
Yeah, that ball going to the backstop, good enough for Mick Paul and Easton Mumma to move up. And we've talked about how shallow it is from the catcher, from the plate to the backstop. It's a lot harder to score here than it is at George Sparky Anderson Field or other stadiums like Great Park.
So 1 out, 2 on, the 1-1 pitch. That's swung on straight to shortstop. Gonzalez can't handle it. It's going to bring home Paul for the first run, as it's an RBI single for Brenton Clark. He now is on a 5-game hitting streak, and the Foresters lead 1-0.
Number 8.
Yeah, well, that one took a little bit of a hop, and Ethan Gonzalez is able to take it off the body, but not get a glove on it, and puts the Foresters on the board first.
So 1 run scores. Easton Mumma moves to third base. Runners at the corners now for the Foresters. Leads way to Cole Chamberlain, designated hitter today for the Foresters, batting .306 on the season. Another guy on a hitting streak, 3 of his own. Takes a ball upstairs.
Yeah, Cole Chamberlain, a rising sophomore at University of Texas at Austin. Batted .135 this past season for Texas.
So they 1-0 pitch to Chamberlain. Looks at another ball high. 2-0 as Beloin already in the first inning in some deep water. With runners at the corner, 1 run has scored. And in the 4 meetings between these two teams before today, both teams have won 2 games. The most recent, a 4-2 victory for the Foresters back on July 1st. 2-0 pitch. Fouls that straight back. And talking about that backstop, it does kind of come to the advantage of the defense right there. You talked about it. We've seen a few times where runners have scored from second base at George Sparky Anderson Field just because how far behind the home plate is to the actual backstop. And
even with that, though, to score from second, chances are you'd have to be stealing and get a good jump and basically do everything perfect from a base runner standpoint.
So 2-1 to Chamberlain. Checks his swing. He held back, so count 3-1 now. As Beloin has already given up 2 walks and a single in just the first inning. Still just 1 out as it's 2 on now. A 3-1 count to Chamberlain with 17 RBIs on the season. Off go the runners. He hits a high fly ball foul off to the left. It's going to leave the field of play, and it's now up to a full count as Beloin with an opportunity to get his first strikeout of the day. Chamberlain actually leads the team in that category with 17 RBIs. And 8 of his 19 hits have gone for doubles. So the payoff from Beloin. It's down in the dirt for ball 4 as Chamberlain will take a walk to first base, and now it is bases loaded here in the first inning. Leads away to Terrence Kill.
Terrence Kill the second.
Someone who certainly has a lot of power at the plate. He's 3rd on the team with 26 hits this season. Batting .286 with 15 runs and 12 RBIs.
Kiel was the man who came in the clutch for the Foresters the last time these two teams played each other in that 9th inning with the 2-run single to right field. Ultimately was the deal sealer for the Foresters.
First pitch. Kiel takes the ball just upstairs. So it's 1 out. Bases loaded for the Foresters as they're looking to put it on early of the Caneo Oaks. The 1-0 pitch to Kill. Takes another ball upstairs, remaining patient at the plate. Kill, a sophomore from Texas A&M, was one-time SEC Freshman of the Week, batting .294 for the Aggies. 2-0 pitch. Hits one hard to the backstop. Fouls that one off. Now 2-1.
Yeah, another difference with this ballpark, it's mostly, as it is at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field, too, a hard rail fence rather than a net screen. In some, like the right side, you've got a little bit of a net screen, but more bordering on a high school field. It is a high school field.
2-1 pitch to Kill. It's another foul ball off back, and that one's going to actually end up getting out of the field of play and hits on a tree. Hits on a tree that is going across just a actual road. We talked about it before, but really, you hit a foul ball behind the backstop. There's really no difference between that and also hitting cars that are driving by.
Yeah, just that it gives you more time to react since it's higher. But other than that, you're not necessarily safe.
2-2 to Kill. Swing and a miss. Down goes Kill. It gets the first strikeout for Beloin. It's now his 16th of the season, and it's a big one. Now with 2 outs for the Oaks.
First baseman, number 14.
Yeah, certainly a huge strikeout there. You know, Kiel could have blown this game wide open there, but he's able to strike him out and puts more pressure on Caleb Hoover. He's got to either walk or get a hit to score that run.
Caleb Hoover coming to the plate, batting .286 on the season. 197. The first pitch. Takes a strike. So Beloin trying to work through this traffic of bases loaded early on here at Eddie Mathews Field. And now his 6th start this season. The 0-1 pitch to Hoover. Takes the ball low. Count now 1 ball, 1 strike. And well, for the Santa Barbara Foresters, this begins a 6-game homestand to finish out their season. They actually end a little bit early because they play in the National Baseball Congress Championship. So their last game of the season, July 19th. The 1-1 as Hoover looks at a ball upstairs and outside. Count now 2-1. They are 10-time champions in the National Baseball Congress, or otherwise known as the MBC. So 2 outs, bases loaded. It's a 2-1 count to Hoover, and they're going to call time. Hoover steps out the box. Readjusts himself, steps back in. Hoover looking to bring a few more Foresters home with a bases loaded opportunity. Counts 2-1. The pitch from Beloyan. He fouls that straight back into West's glove, and counts now even at 2. So Beloyan with a real opportunity right here to just get out of the first inning, just allowing 1 run that came off a RBI single by Brenton Clark. Drove home Mick Paul, who scored his first run of the season wearing the Foresters blues. So the 2-2. Hits a hard ball to left field, and that's going to be Galloway gets over there to make the play out in left field. And that gets the 3rd out as Beloyan just allows 1 run in a bases-loaded situation. We head to the top of the 2nd inning. Oaks trailing 1-0. Head to the top of the 2nd inning as the Foresters are leading 1-0. It's Devin Wilkes to get things started for the Conejo Oaks. And a quick shout out to our sponsor, Pizza Man Dan's, located in Ventura County with 6 different locations. Get your hot pie now. The Oaks will look to respond after Beloyan just allowed 1 run, but really got out of deep waters with bases loaded situation, as now Kahalakai making his 2nd inning of action. The first pitch. Wilkes grounds to second base. Esker gets under, waits, makes the throw well in time to get the first down. So 1 pitch, 1 out to get things started in the 2nd inning.
What stood out to me most about that play right there was just how steady Esker was and how patient he was to field that ball, and he was able to take his time to get his glove down with the position that he was in, make the play, and take care of Wilkes. And yeah, to your point about Beloyan, That's where we've seen him shine this season. He's been able to contain himself in high-pressure situations, and that's why he's a great pitcher. He can work through it.
A swing and a miss from Tyler Hawley. Well, with the batters that the Forsters have, you got to be dialed in as a starting pitcher. And yeah, like you just said, Caden Beloin has certainly showed that throughout this season. So it's a 0-1 count to Hawley. Swing and a miss, now 0-2. Hawley has been a little bit of a slump in his past 2 games. He has not recorded a hit in his past 7 at-bats, but he is batting .254 on the season, 4th on the team with 18 hits. It's an 0-2 pitch. In there for strike 3 as Kahalakai freezes him with a fastball, and it's a 3-pitch strikeout. So 2 down very quickly by Kahalakai just in 4 pitches. Leads way to Landon West.
Yeah, 3-pitch strikeout there, and Kahalakai made quick work of Wilkes and Hawley.
West behind the dish today. The first pitch. Takes the ball upstairs and inside, has to duck away not to get hit right there. West just batted .133 on the season, but is one of the one of the newer additions. The 0-1 as he pokes one into center field. It's going to drop for a base hit right in front of the center fielder with Terrence Kill. And it gets the first hit of the day for the Oaks with 2 outs.
Nice piece of hitting there by Landon West. Got a pitch that he could drive out to right center field, right in front of Keel. And Keel definitely wise not to try to dive right there, because if that ball gets past him, West may have an extra base or 2.
So brings up Jax Jimenez for the first time today, batting this time from the left side. One of the switch hitters for the Oaks.
Yeah, we saw him bat right-handed against the lefty Jackson Bird yesterday from the Seagulls.
0-1 pitch. Takes the ball in the dirt. Jimenez batting .200 on the season, has 12 hits, has 1 home run. He's tied for second on the team. The 1-1 pitch to Jimenez. It's a foul ball straight back. So it's now a 1-2 count. Due up next is Lucas Danuwitz for the Oaks. Jimenez was 1-for-4 in the win versus the Seagulls. He had that base clearing triple. The 1-2 upstairs for a ball.
Yeah, that was one where he just ripped it right down the right field line and into the corner. And that, definitely was just a backbreaker for the Seagulls. Blew the game wide open.
Yeah, part of a 7-run eighth inning for the Oaks, leading to the 16-6 win.
And leading to a position player pitching, too.
The 2-2 pitch to Jimenez. Checks his swing. Said he didn't go around, so it's now up to a full count. And he definitely held back. He's sporting his Oregon gear on his calf and his right elbow. One of the 4 Oregon players on the Oaks this season. The payoff from Kahalakai. It's chop foul off to the right. So 2 outs, 1 on is Landon West at first base for the Oaks as they trail 1-0 in the second inning. Forsters were able to get their first run of the game off a Brenton Clark RBI single, bringing home Mick Paul. So the payoff to Jimenez. Off goes West, and that's driven just foul off to the right. So it's a full count here to Jimenez as he's trying to keep the Oaks alive in the second inning. Another payoff from Kahalakai. Grounds that to second base. That's guy going to get under it again, pitches it over to first, and that's going to get the 3rd out. So Kahalakai just allows a single in the second inning, but still retires 3 batters to get out of this inning, and we head to the bottom of the second. Forster still leading 1-0. We're back here at Eddie Mathews Field as we begin the bottom of the second inning. The Forsters leading 1-0 as it's the 8-9-1. And the batting order for the Forsters to get things started. It's Zane Becker first, the catcher. As Caden Beloyan now in his second inning of action, just allowing just that one run in a bases loaded situation. So the first pitch to Becker. Takes the ball inside. Beloyan, a junior at Westmont College, one of 4 players also on this team in Westmont. He pitched 47 innings, had a 4.41 ERA as Becker hits a high fly ball into left field. Galloway not able to get over there as it drops at left center field. It's going to be a leadoff single for Zane Becker. His now 5th hit of the season. To get things started in the second inning, now brings up Coleman Ryan, who last time he faced off versus the Oaks back on June 27th here at Eddie Mathews Field. He had 2 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 run, and a walk. He was caught stealing once, so he's up for his first time today with a team-leading 500 batting average. First pitch to Ryan. Takes a strike over the plate. So Forster's just trying to win a game here to add a little bit of insurance to what is just a 1-game difference between the first and second seed in the South Division. The 0-1 pitch. And the dirt for a ball.
Coleman Ryan, a rising sophomore at Texas Tech. Started 37 out of his 38 appearances.
It's Xavier Esker up next for the Forsters, but right now a 1-1 pitch to Ryan. Takes a strike, low part of the zone outside. Counts now 1-2. Beloyan with just 1 strikeout on the day thus far. He's up to 16 on the season. Here comes the payoff from Beloyan. It's in the dirt for a ball. Count now 2-2. Coleman Ryan played his high school ball at Tom Ball High School. Won the 2024 UIL Class 6A state title. Was 3rd team 6A All-State as well. The 2-2 pitch to Ryan. Swing and a miss. Down goes Ryan. It gets the 2nd strikeout of the day for Beloyan. It's now 1 out for the Oaks. It's back to the top of the order with Xavier Esker who popped out to left shallow field.
Yeah, it's a really nice strikeout by Beloyan. Kind of the same dirt pitch that he got Terrence Keel to strike out on. He's getting the hitters to chase, and, you know, good deception. You see a ball that starts up, and when you're a pitcher, you know how to sort of frame your pitches.
His first season with the Foresters. Chops one into left field. It's going to be a C&I single for Xavier Esker, as it's now 2 singles in this inning for the Foresters. Has 2 runners on base.
Now batting number
Foresters
15,
with another
Nick
threat
Hall.
right here, as they had in the first inning. They did score 1 run following the error from Gonzalez. They did load the bases with 1 out and couldn't score after that, but got a couple runners on with 1 out.
It's now Mick Paul, the senior from LSU, originally from Salt Lake City. Spent all 3 seasons being a LSU Tiger. 1 out, 2 on for the Foresters. The first pitch to Paul. Grounds that down the middle. Gonzalez is going to step on the bag for 1. Turns it for 2, and he can. It's a 6-3 double play to get out of the inning. Beloyan leaves 2 stranded, and we head to the top of the 3rd. Foresters still leading 1-0. Back here at Eddie Mathews Field, we get the 3rd inning underway as it's Lucas Daniewicz, the number 8 hitter today for the Oaks, to get things started. Batting .260 on the season. Has 20 hits and 14 runs. Just graduated from California Lutheran University, one of 2 players. The first pitch from Kahalakai. Fits it in for a strike.
Yeah, him and Jonah Dawson, the 2 players at Calu, and Daniewicz will be pursuing his MBA this upcoming fall.
The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Counts now 1-1.
And with that, he has another year of eligibility on the baseball team.
The 1-1 pitch to Daniewicz. Looks at a ball outside. Counts now 2-1. Before his time at Calu, he played 2 years at Mesa Community College, 1 year at Southern Illinois University. As he looks at a high ball inside, has to duck away not to get hit by that. So it's a 3-1 count to the leadoff man, Daniewicz, here in the 3rd inning. The Oaks trailing 1-0. It's off a Brenton Clark RBI single back in the 1st inning. So the 3-1 pitch to Daniewicz. Takes a ball inside. It's a 5-pitch walk for Daniewicz, and it's Now just the third base runner of the day for the Oaks.
Now batting number
It's the second time they have gotten to the bags via a walk. Brings up the bottom of the order, Cade Falskin, who just 2 games ago we saw as the leadoff man. Now filling in as the 9-hole, batting .208 on the season, has 5 runs, 5 hits, as well as 4 RBIs.
As we mentioned yesterday, he recently committed to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo to play for the Mustangs.
The first pitch, Falskin takes the ball low and inside. Yeah, not too far from Santa Barbara. So Kahalakai in now his 3rd inning of action, as it's the 5th and final meeting between the Conejo Oaks and the Santa Barbara Foresters in 2025. The 1-0 pitch to Falskin. Hits a high fly ball into right field. It's going to drop, and Daniewicz is going to turn it for 2. He's going to go to third base. He's going to be held, and Falskin's going to slide in safely at second. As it's now the 2nd double of the season for Cade Falskin, and it's now 2 runners in scoring position for the Oaks. So he just drove one into right center field.
Yeah, great swing by Falskin. He just gapped that into right center field. And the only reason Daniewicz didn't score from first was because Terrence Keel was able to cut that ball off. But Oaks, certainly a golden opportunity to do damage here. 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, and a guy at the plate who has been a very consistent bat for the Oaks, Ethan Gonzalez. And, you know, I'm talking not just with getting hits, but able to get runs home any way he can, whether it's a hit or an RBI ground out, as we've seen.
Yeah, he has 6 RBIs on the season, a 4th on the best team, 18 hits. Comes into this game recording a hit in 3 of the past 4 games. Still looking for his first hit today. He's 0 for 1, grounded to second base in his first plate appearance. So 0 outs, 2 on. The first pitch to Gonzalez as he takes the ball outside and low. Counts 1-0. Due up next for the Oaks is Jacob Galloway. So real opportunity right here for the Oaks, who trail just 1-0 to the Foresters. The 1-0 pitch. It's a ball upstairs, now 2-0. Gonzalez, a senior at Cal State Los Angeles. The 2-0 pitch to Gonzalez. It's a fly ball. Just foul, going to get over the netting on the right behind the the dugout, I should say, for the Foresters.
Gotta say, I really love the design of the dugout. It's almost like a little mission dugout with the walls and the brick roof.
Yeah, very, very pleasant aesthetic. So it's a 2-1 pitch in the dirt for another ball. Counts now 3-1 to Gonzalez. Says this is the first time Kahalakai has found himself in some traffic. It's Cade Falskin on second base, Lucas Daniewicz on third, and a 3-1 pitch to Gonzalez. Fouls that off his left foot as he's in some pain. He's going to step out of the batter's box to try to walk that off. But now it is a full count for the leadoff man. Batting .310 on this season. Was a decorated high school player at Moore Park High School. The payoff pitch. Gonzalez grounds that to shortstop. Ryan gets under it. He throws to first. It's in time, but it's going to be a sacrifice hit that brings home Lucas Daniewicz for the first run in the tying run. Now the Oaks and the Foresters tied at 1 apiece.
Yeah, there you go. Great execution by Gonzalez. He gets that run home one way or another, even if that means getting himself out, and something the Oaks have been great playing. Selfless baseball. Get runs home any way you can.
Yeah, that was the word that Coach David Solis talked to us, or that was the word he used in our meeting with him on Wednesday, just playing team baseball all around. So it's now Jacob Galloway, who takes first pitch in the dirt. Counts 1-0. So Cade Falskin advanced to third base. It's 1 out, 1 on for the Oaks. Jacob Galloway coming to the plate, and you talk about someone who you certainly want at the plate with runners in scoring position. It is this man, Jacob Galloway, leading the team with 20 RBIs this season. Has 22 hits working on a 6-game hitting streak, looking to extend it to 7 here. The 1-0 pitch. Takes a ball inside. He walked his first plate appearance. Was left stranded after, or was part of a double play that Nolan Johnson hit into, a 4-6-3 double play. So, chance at redemption here for Galloway. The 2-0 pitch. In the dirt, it's going to get past Becker as Falston slides home safely. He ran the gamble and he cashed out as it gets the second run of the day for the Oaks, and it's there now up ahead 2-1.
Well, yeah, we've talked about how shallow the backstop is, and the Foresters may have had a shot at Falston, except Kahalakai was not close enough to the plate yet. And Falston, he can fly. He just slid right in there, and yeah, he sort of hesitated for a moment, but had just enough time to get in there.
So it's now his 4th stolen base to get his 6th run of the season. 3-0 pitch to Galloway now. So he takes a strike inside. So bases are clear now, but both runs have been brought home.
That takes the pressure off of Galloway.
Still just 1 out. Galloway takes a ball inside, and it's going to be another walk here for Galloway. It's back-to-back walks and back-to-back plate appearances for now the senior at Oregon State. Now it leads way to Nolan Johnson, who's probably going to want to have a short-term memory after that 4-6-3 double play he hit into to end the first inning. And now it's a mound visit from Forester's skipper, Bill Pintard.
Pintard in his 31st season at the helm for the Santa Barbara Foresters, the winningest coach in the team's history.
Yeah, he's been a reason that this freight train of the Foresters has run so well in his time here. He's led them to all 10 of their NBC World Series titles. He's won more than 1,100 games.
He's also the winner of the Sportsmanship Award at the World Series. Yeah, most consecutive seasons in the NBC World Series.
And while we're not there, he was actually given the Sparky Anderson Award by the Association of the Professional Baseballers for his contributions to baseball player development back in 2009. And while he's not doing baseball, he also runs a real estate business. So it's now Nolan Johnson, 1 out, 1 on. The Oaks now lead 2-1. First pitch. Johnson takes a strike on the outside. Devin Wilkes due up next. So Kahalakai, really the first inning, he has had some struggles. The 1-0 pitch. Johnson fouls that straight back. Counts now 1-1. So in the second home matchup for the Foresters versus the Oaks, it's a 1-1 pitch. Outside for another ball. Count now 2-1. The 2-1 pitch to Johnson as it's a check at first base. It's going to get past the first baseman, Caleb Hoover. Galloway now going to take off for second base, and Hoover still trying to get under the ball, and it's going to be a stolen base for Jacob Galloway, now his 4th of the season.
Well, yeah, that's an error on Kahalakai, and Galloway able to take second on that. And, you know, who knows if he were faster and had gotten more of a head start, he could have been at third, but Oaks will definitely take that extra base.
So it's a 2-1 count to Johnson with a runner on second base now is Jacob Galloway. The pitch. Johnson chomps that to third base. Muma gets under it. His throw to first is in time as Galloway does the smart thing and stays at second base.
Yeah, good job by Muma to look Galloway back to second and keep him from going to third. And, you know, with 2 outs and him in scoring position, you could still bring him home with a single, but certainly a significant holdback that the Foresters have been able to implement here against the Oaks.
Leads away to Devin Wilkes now, who's 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to second base. The first pitch from Kahalakai. It's going to be chopped foul into the dirt. And that was something that we kind of talked about last game, just Wilkes trying to learn to be a little bit more patient on the first pitch. Swings on 68% of those first pitches. The 0-1 fouls that into the dirt once again, so quickly down in the count 0-2. Kahalakai with a chance right here to get out of what has been his toughest inning thus far. He's allowed 2 runs. Started with the sacrifice hit from Gonzalez to bring home Daniewicz, and then Cade Falskin stole home. 0-2. Inside as Wilkes has to really bend away from that one to not get hit.
Yeah, I almost thought I heard a ripple for a second.
So it's now a 1-2 count to Wilkes. The payoff from Kahalakai. And the dirt counts now up to 2 balls, 2 strikes as Tyler Hawley due up next. Devin Wilkes versus the San Francisco Seagulls was 1 for 4 with a run and RBI, as well as being hit by a pitch. It's now the payoff from Kahalakai. Swing and a miss as he chases downstairs, and it gets now the second strikeout for Kahalakai, but not before the Oaks respond with 2 runs of their own. They take the first lead of the game, and we head to the bottom of the third. Oaks leading 2-1. Back here at Eddie Mathews Field, I'm Judo Connis alongside Sammy Fawn. We hope you all are having a beautiful Friday afternoon from wherever you may be listening, but we are here for the 5th and final matchup between the Conejo Oaks and the Santa Barbara Foresters, as the umpire signaling something to the left side of the stand, and looks like a bat by the Oaks was left just along the fence of the foul territory. So it's Easton Moomaw first, who swing and a miss on his first pitch is a strike.
Yeah, I think the only real potential hazard to that, if there's a pop fly foul ball and the fielder has to go there.
Well, the Oaks want to avoid any more injuries. So it's an 0-1 pitch to Moomaw as Beloyan now in his 3rd inning of action. It's low and inside for a ball. Counts now 1 ball, 1 strike. And I'll say, just in the broadcast booth, we get a great view of the mountainside of Santa Barbara.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Beautiful Friday afternoon in Santa Barbara, too.
It certainly is. It's a 1-1 count. Moomaw hits a fly ball off to the left. Tyler Hawley goes back to try to make the play, and it fouls out. So it's now a 1-2 count to Moomaw, who walked his first plate appearance. Beloyan looking to have another similar shorter inning like he had in the second. Here comes the payoff from Beloyan. That's grounded to second base. Falskin gets under it. A throw on the run is going to be in time.
Boy, that's a beautiful play by Cade Falskin. For him to come up with that the way he did off balance and be able to make a perfect off balance throw to Nolan Johnson. I mean, you can't do it any better than that from that positioning.
Yeah, the newly minted Mustang showing off his running abilities. And it wasn't the most hardest throwing ball. He just very accurate, and Nolan Johnson being 6'6" has quite the reach from first base to make the play. So now brings up Brenton Clark, who is 1 for 1 on the day, responsible for the one run brought in the first inning. So he takes a ball in the dirt. It was that RBI single that brought home Mick Paul for what is now just the only run for the Santa Barbara Foresters. So it's a 1-0 count to Clark. Drives that right into Hawley's glove. An excellent play by the third baseman. As amazing awareness. I mean, that ball was hit extremely hard off the bat, and Hawley gets the out.
What a play by Hawley. I mean, that's certainly a Sports Center play right there.
Yeah.
Him to lay out the way he did, and that was a hot shot down the left field line. If Hawley doesn't get that, that's at least 2 bases in my mind, and he gets a big second out.
Instead, it's 2 outs now. Cole Chamberlain at the plate. Swing and a miss. Boyan makes him chase inside. Counts now 0-1. Chamberlain walked his first time. Four-year varsity player at San Marin High School in Nevada, California. Now playing for the University of Texas. The 0-1 pitch. Fouls that off his right foot. So quickly down on the count 0-2. And man, I mean, Tyler Hawley, that's a game-changing play. I mean, that is one of those plays that we're going to look back and say that had a big impact on that game, and a whole lot different situation for Brenton Clark, or Cole Chamberlain, who works with 2 outs and is down on the count 0-2.
Yeah, shades of a gold glove.
So the payoff from Beloyan. Swing and a miss. It's the 3rd strikeout for Beloyan today as he retires the side. And we head to the 4th inning. The Oaks leading 2-1. We head to the top of the 4th inning as it's now the first pitching change of the game. Noah Waldeck steps to the mound for the Foresters as Kahimi Kahalikai's day is over after just 3 innings. So Waldeck, the first pitch is Found straight back by Tyler Hawley. Waldeck now making his third appearance versus the Oaks. It's now his sixth total appearance. Has a 4.26 ERA. Has pitched in 12 and 2/3 inning. 10 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 16 hits. The 0-1 is in the dirt for a ball. Counts now 1-1. Well, last time he faced off versus the Oaks was July 1st in the Foresters' 4-2 win. Went 4 innings pitched. 1 run, 1 earned run, 5 hits, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout, and 18 batters he faced. So the 1-1 pitch to Hawley. Takes a strike outside.
Yeah, and we were told, and we also had heard that upon entering the dugout after allowing 2 runs, he had slammed his glove on the dugout floor.
Yeah, Kahalakai was not happy with the results that he pitched in that 3rd inning, allowing the Oaks to take a 2-1 lead. So it's a swing and a miss from Hawley, or he fouls it off, I should say, but still a strikeout for Waldeck as he gets his first of the game. He's now 11th of the season. It fouled straight into Becker's glove.
A nice start there for Noah Waldeck, able to get a quick strikeout coming into the game.
So 1 batter, 1 strikeout leads way to Landon West. Was 1 for 1 on the day. The first pitch takes the ball low. We learned an interesting story about West recently. He's actually doing a homestay with starting pitcher Charlie Decker this summer. Takes a strike outside. Counts now 1-1. Well, West was also part of that 2024 championship team, but he actually stayed in the Kowloon dorms last year. The 1-1 pitch. Hits a high fly ball into right shallow field. Clark gets over to make the play, and it's 2 down now for the Foresters.
Now batting number 47.
Well, we've seen, last time these two teams played each other here, saw a great pitching showdown. You saw a couple runs. The last time the Oaks had even scored, it was that 4th inning when Kahalakai had allowed just those 2 runs, and he allows 2 today, but certainly competitive pitching matchup between these 2 teams.
So counts 0-1 to Jimenez. Grounds one straight into Waldeck's glove. He's going to run over to first base, pitch it to Hoover to get the 3rd out. So in his first time on the mound today, he retires the side. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. The Oaks leading 2-1. Back here for the bottom of the 4th inning at Eddie Mathews Field, as it's Terrence Kill to get things started for the Foresters as they trail 2-1. He is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And for all California Collegiate League fans, don't forget the California League Showcase on July 16th, next Wednesday. Pretty much the equivalent of the MLB All-Star Game. CL's California Collegiate League Showcase has the Home Run Derby and then an All-Star Game. So the first pitch to kill. Takes a strike outside.
Yes, it'll be a very exciting and packed day. Jude and I will be there, not on the call, but we will be helping out with miscellaneous tasks, and we're very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be a long, fun day of baseball, so it's an 0-1 count to kill. Takes a ball outside. Well, the last 2 home run derby winners have actually come from the Conejo Oaks. In 2024 is Dominic Hellman, and then in 2023, Brendan Durfree. Keel grounds that at third base. Holly gets under it. He fires over to first. His throw is in time. As the throw had to get there fast, as Keel is quick on the bags.
Now batting number 14, Caleb Hoover.
Yeah, and Brendan Durfee, played 3 years at Cal-U up until 2023, then went to UC Santa Barbara where he had a great year and was drafted by the Padres in the minor league system. And he's not the only Oak who's been drafted. Also, former Cal-U and USC starting pitcher Will Watson.
Takes a strike.
Watson currently in the Mets minor league system. I believe last I heard with the Syracuse Mets. That would be the AAA affiliate.
So the 0-1 count to Hoover. Takes the ball low. Well, we certainly should hear some Oaks being called to be part of that All-Star game and potentially the Home Run Derby, as the roster will be released sometime this weekend. Should be finalized tomorrow morning, but depends when the league releases it. So it's a 1-1 count to Hoover. Hits one into right center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. He's going to hold at first. So it's a 1-out single for Caleb Hoover, who gets on the bags for the first time, gets his first hit of the day, leads away to Zane Becker.
That is some kind of hitting by Caleb Hoover. He didn't hit that ball very hard at all, but he saw where the pitch was. He's smart enough to know that that's a pitch he could drive enough to put it where the fielders are, because that's really the point.
Pretty much right between Daniewicz and Jimenez. As Becker takes a strike outside, counts 0-1. Becker is 1 for 1 on the day with a single. The 0-1 pitch. Fouls that straight back, count now 0-2. So the only run for the Foresters coming back in the first inning off the RBI single by Brenton Clark. One out, one on. The payoff pitch from Beloyan. It's upstairs. It's going to hit off West's glove, and Hoover's going to advance to second base. So counts now 1-2 to Becker. The payoff from Beloyan. Swing and a miss. It's the 4th strikeout for Beloyan. He has really now found his comfort on the mound today. It's now 2 outs, just 1 on for the Foresters.
Now batting number 1.
Yeah, Beloyan, he really, this is his second appearance here at this ballpark. He really seems to thrive here.
Yeah, had some early struggles, walked back-to-back batters in the first inning, then allowed a single and another walk. And allowed that just 1 run, but got out of the bases loaded situation. So now with 2 outs, it's the bottom of the order, Coleman Ryan, who calls time, steps out of the batter's box, takes a practice swing, and steps back in. So 2 outs, 1 on for the Foresters. Ryan is 0 for 1 on the day. The first pitch from Beloyan. It's low and outside for a ball. So the Oaks looking to pick up their 3rd win of the season versus the Foresters today. They lead 2-1 in the bottom of the 4th inning. The 1-0 pitch to Ryan. Grounds that at third base. Gonzalez gets under it, takes his time, throws to first in time. That's the third out, so just allowing one single by Caleb Hoover. We head to the top of the 5th inning. The Oaks leading 2-1. We welcome you back to Eddie Mathews Field at Santa Barbara High School as the Oaks leading 2-1 in the 5th and final matchup between the number 1 18-8 Santa Barbara Foresters and the 17-8 Caneo Oaks. Alongside Sammy Fawn, I'm Judo Conius, and we wait for the kids of the Santa Barbara Foresters to get off the field. They did a little mid-inning game. So it's Lucas Daniewicz to get things started. Takes a strike outside. He walked his first time and was brought in by the RBI ground out by Ethan Gonzalez back in that 3rd inning. He was one of 2 runs to score as he hits a foul ball foul. Caleb Hoover is going to get under and retrieve it in foul territory to get the first out.
Play by Hoover, able to track that one pretty well.
So leads way to Cade Falskin, who had the double right after Daniewicz in that 3rd inning, and then with gutsy base running, stole home to get the 2nd and now leading run in this game today. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes the ball inside. Falskin batting .208 on the season. Was 1 for 4. So he takes another ball out inside. He was 1 for 4 in their win versus the Barons, the 5-2 win when he was the leadoff man. Had a run, hit by a pitch, and struck out once. It's a 2-0 count to Falskin. Grounds one to first base. Hoover gets over it. He tries to pitch it to Waldeck, and the throw is just going to be in time to get the out, as it was a foot race to first base between Waldeck and Falskin, but Waldeck wins that one.
Yeah, Falskin did not make that out easy to be recorded. Grounded it to the right side, and Hoover had to take a couple steps off the bag. Already off the bag,
Yeah.
of course, but even further
Put
away.
him more infield,
and then, yeah, if he had tried to take that himself, Falskin would be safe.
So it's now Ethan Gonzalez. 0 for 2 today with an RBI. The 1-0 pitch. Hits foul off right. It's going to get out of the field of play, and I'm pretty sure that one landed straight into the street.
Yep.
As a fan tries to go and collect that ball as it rolls down the hill. So it's a 1-1 count to Gonzalez. Drives one straight into Hoover's glove to get the 3rd out. So Waldeck has retired the side in back-to-back innings as we head to the bottom of the 5th. The Oaks just holding on to a 2-1 lead. Back here for the bottom of the 5th inning as it's a beautiful 73-degree afternoon and heading into the evening in Santa Barbara. As it's the Conejo Oaks versus the Santa Barbara Foresters, and it's the top of the order, Xavier Esker, to get things started for the Foresters as they trail 2-1. Esker is 1 for 2 on the day. Had a single back in the 2nd inning. Beloyan begins his 5th inning of action, just allowing 1 run. The first pitch shows bunt. Esker pulls back and takes a strike on the outside corner. Counts 0-1. Last time Esker was on the bags, he was part of a 6-3 double play that ended that 2nd inning that Mick Paul hit into, who is due up next. The 0-1 pitch to Esker. Swing and a miss. Chases outside. Now down in the count early, 0-2.
Yeah, I will say that double play was beautifully turned by Gonzalez, and that ball was hit in the perfect place for him. Worst place for the offense to hit the ball, but beautifully turned. And Foresters, they've been held silent since the 1st inning when they scored 1 run.
The payoff pitch from Beloyan. Upstairs for a ball. Yeah, pretty much Gonzalez just had to move just a tad to his left to step on that second base. And then throw to first. So 1-2 count to Esker. One of the newly added players to the Foresters roster. The 1-2. It's in the dirt for a ball. So back-to-back balls from Beloyan now has the count even at 2. As every time these two teams match up, it's, you know, you're in for a good one. The 2-2 pitch to Esker. Beloyan holds. That's driven into right center field, and Jimenez not able to get over and make the play as it drops for a base hit. It's a leadoff single for Esker to get things started for the Foresters in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, really nice piece of hitting there by Esker for him to gap that ball right where the fielders weren't. Jimenez had to range over to his left, and Foresters have what they need, a base runner on first.
So brings up Mick Paul, who last time hit into that double play, hit into that 6-3 double play. He walked his first time. He is the only run of the game for the Foresters. He was brought in by the RBI single by Brenton Clark in the 1st inning. Check at first as Esker slides back safely. So the Oaks starting a 2-game road trip. Will play against the Royal Secco Saints at 6:05 tomorrow. Another check at first. Esker slides back safely.
Yeah, another road game tomorrow. Certainly Santa Barbara, Pasadena. Interesting sort of proximal combination. Oaks sort of right in between in Thousand Oaks.
The first pitch to Paul. Off goes Esker as that's fouled off to the left. It's going to get out of the field of play. Esker had quite the lead from first base, but he's going to have to retreat back as it was fouled off. Mick Paul played for La Crosse in the Northern Woods League, or North Woods League in the 2024 summer from Olympus High School. Takes a ball low and inside. Counts now 1-1. His dad played basketball at Colby College, now works as a biotech executive. Has an older brother, Joe, who played men's soccer at Bowdoin College. The 1-1 pitch to Paul. Off goes Esker to second base, and West takes his eyes off the ball, and it's going to be a stolen base for Esker as Landon West thought one play ahead before he had the ball in his glove. But it is a 1-2 count.
Yeah, that's a significant extra base that Esker's able to take right there.
Yeah, had a pretty good leadoff anyway. So a 1-2 pitch to Paul. The payoff from Beloyan. Inside and low for a ball. Counts now even at 2. Still no outs in this inning. It's 1 on for the Foresters as Esker picked up his first stolen base of the season right there. Now on second base. Beloyan gets his pitch. The payoff. Outside for ball 3. Now up to a full count here as Paul stays patient at the plate.
Yeah, certainly showing some good pitch discipline, and with a runner at second, puts more pressure on Beloyan and the Oaks to keep that runner at bay, especially with nobody out.
Beloyan sets. Deals the 3-2. Swing and a miss. Beloyan gets him to chase downstairs with a fastball. It's now his 5th strikeout of the day, and it gets the first out of the inning.
Boy, that was a battle, and Beloyan won it. That's a huge out for the Oaks. Big difference between 2 on and nobody out versus runner at second and 1 out.
So he's now recorded a strikeout in every inning that he's pitched in today. It's now Easton Mumon, the 3rd batter in the order, up now. He's 0 for 1. First pitch takes outside.
Yeah, Beloyan now with 5 strikeouts on the day.
Mumai, sophomore at UT Rio Grande. Played in 54 games last season as a freshman. Batted .332. The 1-0 pitch from Beloyan. As he checks at first base, and he just throws that into the center field as Jimenez has to hold it, and he slips up, even trying to control the play, and just a head-scratching play from Beloyan, who really just threw to no one.
Yeah, there was nobody covering the second base bag. And, you know, frankly, Esker, he would have been better off just taking off after he threw that ball. I mean, you know, for him to go back and then realize it goes into center field, he's able to take third. And I think if he knew for sure that Jimenez had trouble containing the ball, he might have come home. And now the infield has come in for the Oaks, and rightfully so.
So an error on Beloyan. 1-0 as it's a swing and a miss from Muma.
Yeah, that should definitely be a costly one, principally. I mean, if the Foresters don't score a run off of that, I think they're going to be really upset with themselves.
Well, they've already had one chance where they've blown bases loaded, so now they got a runner at third base, Xavier Esker. It's a 1-1 pitch to Muma. Inside and low for a ball. Counts now 2-1. So we'll see if the Foresters take advantage of that costly mistake, like you said, Sammy. So a 2-1 pitch to Muma. He chomps that to Falskin. A dive and grab, or a rising grab as his throw is in time to Johnson. He didn't dive, he went upstairs to get that one. But it still brings home a run, and that would be Esker. So it's an RBI ground out from Easton Muma.
Yeah, Muma did his job right there, and Esker did the right thing there. He had to be sure that Falskin wasn't going to get that ball before it reached its spike in the air. So but he's able to come home and ties the game. It's still anybody's game right now.
So it's now Brenton Clark to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day. Shows bunt, takes a strike. Clark responsible for the first run with that RBI single. And yeah, that hit by Muma, it was a high chopper, and Falskin certainly had to go upstairs to grab it. If he didn't grab that, that would have been at least a base hit for Muma. But now it's 2 outs. A 0-1 count to Clark. So he drives that, and it's not going to be contained by Johnson at first base. Clark holds at 1.
That's a great attempt by Nolan Johnson. He had a chance to get that, and it just hit off the tip of the glove, and it certainly could have been worse for the Oaks if that ball skips away from Danuitz. You know, Clark would have 2 bases there. And the Foresters, they're still working in this bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, they found some light here in the 5th inning. They're being held scoreless the past 3 innings. So it's now Cole Chamberlain at the plate with 2 outs, 1 on. Takes a strike inside. 0-1 count to Chamberlain, who is 0 for 1 today. Struck out back in the 3rd inning, walked in the 1st. Batting .306 on the season. Beloyan checks at first. Clark is able to get back safely. 2 outs, 1 on for the Foresters. The 0-1 pitch to Chamberlain. Swing and a miss as he fouls that straight back into Landon West's glove, and that's the 2nd strike, so it's 0-2. And Chamberlain actually broke the San Marin single-season home run record as a senior. He had 10 home runs that season. Guided the Mustangs to a 2024 North Coast section title. So 2 outs, 1 on for the Foresters. The payoff pitch from Beloyan. Swing and a miss as Chamberlain chases the high cheese upstairs, and it's now the 6th strikeout for Beloyan. But the Foresters able to tie the game at 2. We head to the 6th inning. We're knotted at 2 apiece. We begin the 6th inning as it's the 2-3-4 for the Conejo Oaks as the game is now tied at 2 apiece. There's an RBI ground out by Easton Muma to bring home Xavier Esker. And that costly play by Caden Beloyan on the mound really proved critical. Galloway takes the ball low, counts 1-0. He's walked both times. Takes a fastball strike.
Yeah, that unearned run by the Foresters, certainly one that the Oaks did not need to give up as a result of the throwing error by Beloyan into center field.
The 1-1. Galloway takes the ball upstairs.
And also, it did also go back to that pass ball that Landon West allowed. As you mentioned, he had tried to pick it out of his glove before catching it.
So a few costly mistakes. The 2-1 to Galloway. Chomps that to second base. Esker catches on the hop. The throw on the run is going to be in time. Gets the first out of the inning. Now seeing both second basemen make some great plays on the run.
Yeah, both of them really showing off their range and their steadiness with the gloves too.
So now it's Nolan Johnson, who's 0 for 2 on the day, recently committed to Duke. First pitch fouls off his foot. Batting .333 on the season, has 6 runs, 9 hits, 6 walks. Devin Wilkes due up next. The 0-1. Johnson drives that straight into Esker's glove as he's in the right place at the right time to get the second out.
Yeah, Esker hardly had to move right there. He was very steady there, saw that ball coming, had plenty of time to react there considering how fast that ball was hit, and was able to haul in the first 2 outs.
So Noah Waldeck, who has been on the mound for now 2 2/3 innings, has really given problems to the Oaks, as it's Devin Wilkes now, who looks at a ball in the dirt. Waldeck has 1 strikeout and is 1 out away. Or I should say, if he gets Devin Wilkes out in any way, he would retire the side 3 straight innings. It's a 1-0 pitch to Wilkes. Looks in the dirt. Looks at a ball low and inside. Counts now 2-0. Wilkes today 0 for 2. He takes a strike just inside. Counts 2-1. Waldeck in his 3rd appearance versus the Oaks. The 2-1. As Wilkes chomps that to first base. Hoover gets on top of it. He pitches it to Waldeck and gets the 3rd out. As that is now 3 straight innings that Noah Waldeck has retired the side, and we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Foresters and Oaks knotted at 2. Back here for the bottom of the 6th inning, as it's the first pitching change as Caden Bouloigne's day is over. Regan Gale now comes in, the first pitcher from the Oaks bullpen today. So the first pitch to Kill. Looks at a ball outside. Terrence Kill is 0 for 2 on the day, and Regan Gale now making his 7th appearance, all in relief. The 1-0 outside for another ball, now 2-0. He's pitched a total of 7 innings, has 10 strikeouts, 5 walks allowed, and 1 hit allowed. He has yet to allow an earned run, or a run for that sake. But the 2-0 pitch to Kill. Swing and a miss. Muscles him with a fastball.
Yeah, Gale has recorded 1 save this season. That was on June 24th on the road against the Arroyo Seco Saints, and the Saints gave him plenty of trouble in that 9th inning. They got 2 runners on. Really rattled his nerves, but he pushed through it.
Kill looks at a ball inside. Counts now 3-1. Kill, a redshirt sophomore at Westmont College. Made no appearances this past season. Played freshman year at Houston Christian University. The 3-1 pitch to Kill. It's upstairs for ball 4, and Kill will have a leadoff walk to get things started in the 6th inning. Now leads away to Caleb Hoover.
Now batting number 14, Caleb Hoover.
And the Foresters will certainly look to add some runs just the way that Noah Waldeck has pitched in these past 3 innings.
Oh, he's been phenomenal.
The Oaks have had no answer for the junior from St. Mary's. Now the first pitch to Hoover. Takes the ball upstairs. Gale was part of the 2024 championship team. Pitched 13 innings, had a 3-1 record. The 1-0 as Kill goes off to second base. The throw from West is not going to be in time, as Kill is just electric on these bases, and now gets his 10th stolen base of the season.
Yeah, great jump right there, and Landon West. It was a good throw in terms of its pace. If it didn't require a hop, he may have had a shot at him, but another stolen base for Kiel.
Yeah, well, Kill, I mean, he's an athlete in multiple sports, and when he has 40 career rushing touchdowns in high school, you know he has that type of speed. He just showed it off right there for now his 10th stolen base, so it's a 2-0 count to Hoover. The sophomore at South Carolina University. Takes a strike outside. Counts now 2-1. He was ranked as the number 2 first baseman in Texas, according to Perfect Game back in 2024. The 2-1 pitch to Hoover. Takes the ball inside. Counts up to 3-1. So it's a runner in scoring position now for the Foresters. Hoover today is 1 for 2, singled in the 4th inning. Looking for his 2nd hit today. The 3-1 pitch. Hoover takes a ball low and inside. He'll take a walk to first base as it's now back-to-back walks to begin the 6th inning. So it leads away to Zane Becker. So 0 outs, now 2 on for the Foresters. Zane Becker, who's 1 for 2 today, struck out back in the 4th inning and singled in the 2nd.
Yeah, it looks like the momentum is looking like it may be changing. The Foresters were able to give Boulogne enough trouble and rattled himself with the attempted pickoff throw, and they were able to chase him out of the game after the 5th.
Becker shows bunt, but takes the ball outside. I mean, you put it best. That is a critical play right there, and could end up being the game-changing play, truly. I mean, it allowed Esker to move to third base, and the ground out from Uma, as that's fouled straight back. Counts now 1-1 to Becker. Batting .167 on the season, has 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 RBIs. sophomore at the University of Arkansas. Played in 20 games for the Razorbacks this past season. Had 8 hits, 6 RBIs. Had 258 batting average. Ranked as the number 41 catcher in the class of 2024 by the Perfect Game as a member from the Flower Mound High School in Texas. It's a 1-1 pitch to Becker. Swing and a miss as he fouls that into West's glove. Counts now 1-2. As still 0 outs, 2 on for the Foresters. Gale trying to work through some early traffic here in the 7th inning, I should say. 6th inning. And Becker takes the ball upstairs.
Yeah, the Foresters, another great opportunity for them. I mean, they're in business, first and second. It's a tie ball game. This has never been a one-sided game.
So the 2-2 pitch to Becker. Fouls that straight back. Well, I will say the one time we saw it one-sided game was probably just the first game of the season when the Foresters were able to lay down the hammer and beat the Oaks 14-5. That was just the second game of the season for the Oaks, and still very much they were trying to find their rhythm. But yeah, outside of that, Sammy, it has been tightly knit games through and through. So a 2-2 pitch to Zane Becker. Gale deals as he just gets a piece of that, and Falskin gets under it. The throw on the run is going to take Johnson off the bag as it's in single for Zane Becker, and now bases are loaded as Becker really got all the way from second base and moved into the spot of shortstop. And it looked like Gonzalez was ready to make the play, but Falskin ends up collecting in his throw just a little outside and pulls Johnson off the bag. So back-to-back walks and a single, has the bases loaded for a second time today for the Foresters, and it's the bottom of the order. Coleman Ryan, the shortstop, up now. 0 for 2 on the day. Gale deals. Ryan takes a ball upstairs. So another true opportunity right here. Last time it was bases loaded. The Foresters just came away with 1 run back in the first inning off the RBI single by Brenton Clark, but Caden Boulogne was able to retire Terrence Kill and Caleb Hoover to hold off just to 1-1. As Ryan takes a strike outside, counts now 1-1. So Gale trying to do the same here, but he's going to have to work with 0 outs thus far in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bases loaded. The 1-1 pitch to Ryan. Takes a ball upstairs again. As a freshman at Texas Tech University, he had 10 multi-hit performances. So the 2-1 to Ryan. Takes a strike on the outside. Counts now even at 2. As Gale looks for his first strikeout today, and the Forester is looking to retake the lead for his second time today. The payoff from Gale. It's fouled just off to the right, just above the dugout of the Foresters.
Yeah, it deflected off the fence, the dugout wall, and right in.
So a 2-2 count. Bases loaded for the Foresters. The payoff. Ryan hits that straight back for a foul and puts up a good fight here. As he looks for his first hit today. He has 9 hits on the season. He had 3 hits in the 5-2 win versus the Slow Blues back on July 9th earlier this week. The 2-2 pitch to Ryan. Fouls that straight back yet again. So a swing of the bat here from Ryan could break open this game for the Foresters, but a strikeout for Gale could regain confidence on the mound. The payoff. Gale fouls that straight back again. And so a good fight put together by the rising sophomore at Texas Tech University, whose father also played baseball at Houston and Houston Baptist College. So a 2-2 pitch here as Gale deals. And it's high and inside as Ryan pretty much has to duck to not get hit by that one. So now it's up to a full count after pretty much being stuck on 2-2 for quite a few pitches. So bases loaded, 0 outs. The 3-2 pitch to Ryan. Fouls that back again.
Boy, this is the definition of pressure that Gale is facing here. Bases loaded, nobody out, tie game. And what a battle that Ryan is putting up against Gale.
The payoff pitch from Gale. That's fouled straight back. That one high.
Watch out, cars.
Lands into the road behind the Eddie Mathews Field. So either player just waiting for a small little thing to break. As Gale steps off. Gathers himself and is back on the mound as Ryan does the same thing. He's back in the batter's box. 3-2 pitch. It's low for ball 4. So after a long battle between Ryan and Gale, it leads to a walk and it leads to a run for the Foresters as Terrence Kill comes home. And now the Foresters back in front, leading 3-2. So
yeah, what a situation this has been.
And it was a quick mound visit from David Solus, who pretty much came over and has relieved Gale of his duties after 4 batters, after he's allowed 3 walks and a single from Zane Becker. And it looks like Cade Berry will come to the plate, and as he gets adjusted and gets ready for things on the mound, we'll take a quick break. The Foresters now with a 3-2 lead. We bring you back to the bottom of the 6th inning, where it's a bases loaded for the Santa Barbara Foresters, and Another pitching change for the Oaks is now Cade Berry on the mound. The undecided senior now making his 7th appearance. It's now his 2nd appearance versus the Foresters. He appeared in the 4-1 win. He pitched 1 inning. So that's upstairs for a ball. Now it's Xavier Esker on at the plate. Was 2 for 3 today. Had a run and a stolen base back in the 5th inning. So Berry with a 1-0. That one's fouled off to the left. It's Cade Berry this season, pitched 7 innings, has 5 strikeouts, 5 walks, and allowed 7 hits. As he comes into a bases loaded situation, still 0 outs. It's a 1-1 count to Esker. Esker takes a strike outside. Counts now 1-2. So the payoff pitch from Berry. It's outside for a ball. Counts now 2-2. The 2-2 pitch to Esker. Bases loaded. Doesn't chase downstairs. Looks at a ball in the dirt. Counts now 3-2. So Regan Gale's day just over after 4 batters, and really puts Cade Berry in a tough situation. With bases loaded, already one run has scored. The 3-2. Esker hits a high fly ball out to left field. Galloway is going to wait for it. He's going to get under it. As Hoover tags on, he's going to come home. So 1 out, but 1 run scored for the Foresters as they now make it a 4-2 ball game.
Foresters have turned this game upside down as they really attack on. They knocked Gale out of the game, and that run at third that scored from third but still belongs to him. As all runners on base do.
Yeah, this is big for the Foresters, who have seen Noah Waldeck come onto the mound and dominate in 3 innings. And so adding now what is a 4-2 lead as Mick Paul shows bunt, pulls back, takes a ball upstairs. Paul today is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run. Runners at first and second. Paul shows bunt again, but takes strike this time.
Looked like he offered at that bunt attempt because that pitch was high.
So it's Coleman Ryan at first, Zane Becker at second. Cade Berry just trying to stop the bleeding from what already has happened in this 6th inning. The 1-1 pitch to Paul. Takes a strike inside. Counts now 1-2. Berry, another returner, played for the Conejo Oaks in 2024. Spent the past season at Pepperdine University, made 25 appearances. But it's a 1-2 pitch here. The payoff from Berry. It's low for a ball. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Berry tries to get out of this jam.
He's been able to get 1 out, which is something that Gale was not able to do.
The payoff from Berry. It's upstairs for a ball. It's now up to a full count.
Yeah, and it's really the walks that are hurting the Oaks the most this inning. There's been 3 walks in this inning. There's only been 1 hit. That was from Becker.
That's hit foul off to the left. Keeps it at a full count. Berry 1-0 on the season with a win back versus the Waves on July 5th. The 1 inning he pitched. Another payoff from Barry. It's low for ball 4 as it's another walk this inning, and it reloads the bases for the Foresters, and it leads way to the third in the batting order, Easton Muma. And Muma today is 0 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. And that ground out RBI back in the 5th inning that brought home Xavier Esker. So Becker at third, Ryan at second, as Muma takes the ball low. And now Paul at first base as the infield, or at least Nolan Johnson comes in. Infield moving in. Muma looks at another ball low. It's now a 2-0 count. The Foresters looking to spoil what is a 4-game winning streak for the Oaks. Coming into today's game, the Oaks just playing in their 7th road game of the season. Primarily played at George Sparky Anderson, the 2-0. Muma lifts a fly ball out into left center field. Jimenez is going to get over and make the play. Tags on is Zane Becker. The throw is not going to be made, as it's an RBI for Easton Muma, the second out of the game, the second out of the inning. But it's now a 5-2 lead for the Foresters.
Totally different ball game than what we've seen, you know, from what was really the 3rd inning on.
Well, the Foresters have come alive. And in waves here. So it's Brenton Clark at the plate. Takes them all outside. The 1-0 to Clark. Fouls that off to the left. Now 1 ball, 1 strike. So Zane Becker just scored on that pop out by Easton Muma to left center field. The 1-1 pitch from Barry. Shows bunt. He lays it down and fouls off to the left.
Yeah, Clark, he brought home the first run that scored for the Foresters. That was back in the 1st inning.
So all 3 of those runs are accounted to Regan Gale. But it's a 1-2 pitch here. Barry sets. Deals the payoff. Swing and a miss. Barry gets the final strikeout to get out of an inning that the Foresters came alive, scoring 3 runs and take a 5-2 lead. So we head to the top of the 7th inning as the Oaks have work to do. And we are 2/3 through this game as the Yokes have work to do as they now trail 5-2 after a 3-run 6th inning from the Santa Barbara Foresters. And it's Noah Waldeck back on the mound, who has been efficient as ever. So Tyler Hawley up first, with Landon West due up next.
Yeah, he is. Waldeck, he has thrown 3 straight perfect innings. Retired all 9 hitters that he has faced, which began with Hawley in the 4th.
Ball was outside the 1-0. Hawley hits a fly ball out to left field. Keel goes back to the wall. That ball is out of here. It's a single home run from Tyler Hawley. And now it's just a 2-run lead for the Santa Barbara Foresters.
Boy, what a shot there by Tyler Hawley, his 2nd home run of the season.
Now batting, number 44.
Last one he hit was when the Oaks hosted the Riptide at Ventura College. That was back on June 28th. And how this Oaks team needed that one badly.
They certainly did, and that one was crushed to left center field. It's now Landon West who swings and misses. So after 9 straight retired batters, the first hit that Waldeck gives up is a home run. West takes a strike inside. Down in the count early here, 0-2. Takes a ball outside. Yeah, now Hawley is tied with Devin Wilkes with 2 home runs on the season. The 1-2. As West fouls that off. Hawley certainly trying to make his case to be part of the home run derby.
Yeah, and that home run there, it also just goes to show you why it's so important to get as many runs as you can for these two teams, especially in this game where really from a standing standpoint, the stakes couldn't be higher.
And West fouls that off to just the tip of his bat. Counts 1-2. We can feel a whole lot better for the Yokes now after what was a really tough and struggling 6th inning, but a 5-3 lead for the Foresters. As West pokes that into left field, it's going to drop for a base hit. So back-to-back hits for the Yokes to start the 7th inning. Leads way to Jax Jimenez.
Yeah, this is exactly what the Oaks need as West, another good piece of hitting by him. That's his 2nd hit of this game. And what's crazy is that in that bottom of the 6th inning, only 1 hit was recorded.
So Bill Pintard going to call time and come out to visit at the mound with Noah Waldeck as the infield comes in.
There is also action going on in the Foresters bullpen, but Pintard taking his time. We'll see if he stays in or goes out. Looks like just a visit.
Yeah, they'll have a conversation as Jax Jimenez right now still waiting for his first pitch. So back-to-back hits to really get this engine started for the Oaks. As Foresters lead 5-3. So they're going to keep Waldeck on the mound. It was just a visit with the infield and head coach Bill Pintard. So it's now Landon West at first base. Still 0 outs. The first pitch to Jimenez. Takes a strike inside. The 0-1 pitch to Jimenez. Chases downstairs. Counts now 0-2.
Yeah, Waldeck made Jimenez go fishing for that one.
It's Lucas Danielwood's due up next. The payoff pitch from Waldeck. As a swing and miss, and he lets go of that one as his bat flies just above the dugout of the Foresters, and could have certainly been a lot more dangerous if the bat had flown any lower. But it is a strikeout nonetheless, as Jimenez will walk back to the dugout.
Yeah, certainly, you know, no batter ever wants to lose their bat.
Number 9, Lucas Daniewicz.
So 1 on, 1 out. Now Lucas Daniewicz up. Takes a ball low. Daniewicz today is 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. The 1-0 pitch from Waldeck.
Well, the Oaks have the tying run at the plate here, and Daniewicz, he could make it a tie game with his power.
1-1. Swing and a miss from Daniewicz. It's now a 1-2 count.
Daniewicz for Cal Lutheran went deep twice this past season. His first one was against George Fox. The second one was on the road against Occidental.
The 1-2 pitch to Daniewicz. Checks his swing, and it's outside for a ball. It's now a 2-2 count to Daniewicz. Waldeck deals. As that's driven right to shortstop. The play is going to be not made as it's thrown past the second baseman, Eskier. So it's a single. It's a fielder's choice for Lucas Daniewicz. And an error at second base allows Landon West to advance to third.
Well, yeah, it was just a poor throw there by Coleman Ryan. Threw it away from Esker into right field and allows Landon West to go to third base. And now that's a big difference, too. You know, I wouldn't say that was exactly a double play ball, but could have been 2 outs and a runner at first, and instead it's 1 out and runners at the corners. And now the go-ahead run at the plate, Cade Falskin.
So runners at the corners. An opportunity here for the Oaks to get back in this game. Falskin takes the ball upstairs. So a home run, a single, a strikeout. Now fielder's choice has runners at the corners and just a 2-run lead for the Foresters. The 1-0 pitch to Falskin. He grounds that to second base. Esker pitches it over to Ryan for 1. They can't turn it for 2 as it gets past the first baseman, Hoover. As it brings home West.
Now batting number 8.
It's an RBI for Falskin, his now first of the day. It does get 1 out with Daniewicz.
And looks like this is going to be it for Waldeck.
So Ethan Gonzalez will come up next, but his day is over as Waldeck, after 3 perfect innings, has allowed 2 runs and 3 hits. And so as the Santa Barbara Foresters now making their second pitching change, we'll take a quick break. It's Easton Toomas who comes in for the Santa Barbara Foresters, replacing Noah Waldeck. As the Oaks have responded with their own 2 runs in the top of the 7th inning, now just a 1-run ball game. Ethan Gonzalez at the plate. Looks at a ball. Looks at a strike. So Cade Falskin at first base. 2 outs. The 0-1 pitch to Gonzalez as it's a check at first, and Falskin just slides back safely.
Yeah, Noah Waldeck pitched outstanding on the mound, but had a little bit of a slower finish this inning. It started with the home run ball by Tyler Hawley.
As it's now Caden Miller actually at first base for the Santa Barbara Foresters. So the 0-1 pitch, off goes Falskin, and the throw's not going to be made as Becker has a tough time controlling the ball. So a stolen base for Falskin. Now puts a runner in scoring position for the Oaks, but it's an 0-2 count for Gonzalez, and with 2 outs. Is now the
I think I know what they're talking about. They're talking about how it may or may not have been a batter's interference with Gonzalez, but I mean, either way, Becker, he definitely had trouble getting that ball out of his glove, but was it because Gonzalez was a tad too close? That's what they're discussing right now.
Yeah, we've already seen this once with the Oaks, and if the batter is in the way of the catcher, then they're going to say he's safe.
Yeah.
Foresters don't like that call from the dugout, but it's an 0-2 count to Gonzalez nonetheless. Falskin at second base. The 0-2 pitch to Gonzalez. Hits a fly ball out into left shallow field. Is going to be the play made by Mick Paul to get the 3rd out. So as the Foresters and the Oaks, a 5-4 ball game, the Oaks responded with 2 runs in the top of the 7th, but
All right, fans,
we'll take a quick stretch and get up.
The 7th inning. Batting for the Foresters,
Back here for the bottom of the 7th inning, as Cole Chamberlain takes the plate first for the Santa Barbara Foresters, and the Foresters will look to work off what was a successful bottom of the 6th inning where they scored 3 runs. But the Oaks responding with 2 runs in the top of the 7th just makes it a 1-run ball game. 5-4. The first pitch from Barry. Way inside as Chamberlain has to duck away not to get hit by that one.
Yeah, the Oaks, they chipped away in the top of the 7th and scored a couple runs of their own.
So the 1-0 pitch to Chamberlain. Looks at a ball low and inside. Counts now 2-0. The 2-0 pitch in the dirt for ball 3. Chamberlain stays patient at the plate. So the Oaks and the Foresters dueling it out in their 5th and final match of the season. 3-0 pitch. Hits the inside corner for a strike. Counts now 3-1. Both teams have won 2 games in the 4 games they've already played. Most recently, Foresters defeating the Oaks 4-2 as that's inside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk for Cole Chamberlain.
Now batting number 2.
Leads away to Terrence Kill. Was 0 for 2 today with a walk, a stolen base, and a run. Part of a 3-run, 6-inning. First pitch. Kill fouls that into the dirt. So Cade Berry and the Oaks not trying to allow anything more from the Foresters and give their offense a chance. The 0-1 pitch. Hits the outside corner for a strike, now 0-2. Outside for a ball, counts now even at 2.
Yeah, this is a chance for the Foresters to score some more insurance runs, which they definitely need against the Oaks here.
In the dirt for another ball, counts now up to a full. Cole Chamberlain at first base. The payoff pitch from Berry. It's low for a ball, so now it is up to a full count, 3-2. The 3-2 pitch from Berry. That's fouled straight back. Payoff pitch from Berry. That's grounded straight into Holly's glove. He's going to pitch it over to Falskin for 1. They get it in, not in time for 2. It was a potential 5-4-3 double play, but Kills fast base running. Gets him safe at first. Still 1 out.
Yeah, beautiful play there by Holly. He did it, doing everything he can to get it to second quickly, and Falskin made one heck of a throw to first, and you almost had to wonder if, potentially a chance even with Keel speed, but he just beat it.
So now brings up Caden Miller. Off goes Kill, and he's found himself in a pickle, and he's going to slide. Not in time, as the throw is in time. And so Barry just caught him in a wide leadoff, as it's now already 2 outs.
Yeah, alert play there by Cade Berry, who just caught Keel off guard.
So it is Caden Miller, now the pinch hitter for Caleb Hoover, as he just hits one short to first base. Johnson pitches it over to Berry in time as he slides and touches the bag at first to get the 3rd out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cade Berry. We head to the top of the 8th. Foresters leading 5-4. Down to 6 final outs for the Oaks if they want a chance at coming back here at Eddie Mathews Field, trailing 5-4. It's the 2-3-4 in the batting order for the Oaks to get things started with Jacob Galloway at the plate first. He is 0 for 1 today with 2 walks. Grounded out to second base back in the 6th inning as Easton Thomas now in his first real action of work. Galloway takes the ball inside. It's a 1-0 count. Thomas, a junior at the University of Texas. The 1-0 pitch. Galloway drives one into left field, but drives one into the glove of McPaul.
Yeah, Paul was just perfectly positioned there and, came in playing rather shallow. And, we don't too often see Galloway go the other way. So, him to not give him a ton of space there ends up paying off.
So 1 out now, Nolan Johnson at the plate. 0 for 3 today. Takes a strike on the outside part of the corner. Johnson looking for his 10th hit of the season. Takes another strike, counts now 0-2. As Thomas trying to close this one out. The payoff pitch. It's hit hard out into left field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. Jumps right in front of the left fielder, McPaul. It's the first hit of the day for Nolan Johnson, now up to double-digit hits on the season.
Number 29, Devin Wilkes.
So leads Wayne to Devin Wilkes, another guy certainly with tons of power, and it's a now pitching visit from Bill Pintard.
Yeah, there continues to be action in the Foresters bullpen, but we'll check in here.
So we'll see if it's just a conversation or it's a pitching change, and looks like they are going to signal to the bullpen. And so as the Foresters now make their 4th pitching change, a short day for Easton Thomas on the mound, we will take a quick break. The Foresters leading 5-4. We're back here after a pitching change. It's now Jaden Barfield,
29, Jaden Barfield.
who is now making his 8th appearance, his now 2nd appearance versus the Oaks. And in that win 4-2, he pitched 3 innings, allowing just 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, and the 10 batters he faced. And now Devin Wilkes at the plate. Devin Wilkes was 0 for 1 versus Barfield in the game on July 1st. He popped out to right field, so runner on first, 1 out. The first pitch to Wilkes. Fouls that straight back. Barfield is 2-0 on the season with a 2.38 ERA. Has pitched 11 innings, has 16 strikeouts, allowed 2 walks and 8 hits. The freshman from Oklahoma. 0-1, and that's going to get past as it's going to get past Becker and allows Johnson to advance to second base, and Devin Wilkes still swung through, so it's 0-2.
Yeah, Barfield has a very important job to keep the Oaks behind the Foresters by 1 so that the Foresters still have another chance to get some insurance runs.
The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. As the ball is still live, Becker gets under it to throw to first to complete the strikeout. As 1 batter, 1 strikeout for Jaden Barfield, now leads way to Tyler Hawley, who was 1 for 1 versus Barfield back on July 1st. He singled, was eventually left stranded, but 1 for 1 nonetheless. Barfield from Pearland, Texas. The first pitch to Hawley. It's outside for a ball. Temperatures got a little bit cooler here as the clouds have moved in over and into Santa Barbara. It's a 1-0 pitch to Hawley, runner on second base. Looks at a ball inside, and Barfield with some early gas on his fastball.
Yeah, he's certainly got the velocity, and just 1 out away from sending this to the bottom of the 8th. And the Oaks, they've got some pressure to tie the game and take the lead here.
2 outs, 1 on, the payoff. That's upstairs for a ball. Apologize, it's now 3-0. So Barfield trying to find some comfort here on the mound. 2 outs, 1 on, the 3-0 pitch to Hawley. That's low for ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk. As Tyler Hawley now reaches the bases for the 2nd time today. Had that home run back in the 7th inning. So now 2 on with Landon West, who is 2 for 3 today with a run and 2 singles, as well as popped out to right field. So 2 outs, 2 on, the first pitch to West. It's low in the dirt for a ball. As Jack Jimenez is due up next for the Oaks. So a real opportunity right here for the Oaks to throw a punch. Inside for a strike. Counts now 1-1.
Pressure's on both Barfield and West. West a chance to serve one to the outfield to tie the game or possibly take the lead.
The 1-1 pitch to West. This time inside for a ball. Has to move out to not get hit. It's now a 2-1 pitch. West up to 4 hits on the season after 2 today. The 2-1. Looks at a strike on the outside. So 2 outs, 2 on, a 2-2 pitch to Landon West. The payoff from Barfield. That's low for ball 3. It's a full count here.
Big pitch for Barfield to throw here, and the runners will be going here with 3 and 2. 2 outs, runners at first and second.
The 3-2 pitch to West. Drives that into left field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Nolan Johnson comes around. He's going home. Tyler Hawley turns the base. He's coming home. It's a base-clearing double from Landon West as the Oaks regain the lead in the 8th inning.
Boy, what a big-time hit by Landon West. And what a battle he put up against Jaden Barfield, and he turns this game completely upside down.
So Isaac Veal comes in as the pinch runner for Landon West. Now it's Jax Jimenez pitching from the right side this time, or hitting from the right side this time. The first pitch takes a strike. So that's now just the 3rd and 4th RBI of the season for Landon West as he collects his now 3rd hit of the day. The 0-1 to Jimenez. Checks his swing and he went around. So now down in the count 0-2 with 2 outs. But the Oaks have certainly responded in the past 2 innings, scoring 2 runs in the 7th and now 2 in the 8th. Give them a 6-5 lead. So in the final matchup between the Foresters and the Oaks, it's coming down to the wire between the number 1 and number 2 seed in the South Division. The 0-2 pitch to Jimenez. It's in the dirt. It's going to hit off his foot, so it's going to be a hit pitch. So Veal will not be able to come home. Hit him in the left foot.
Now batting, number 9, Lucas Daniels.
So it's now runners at the corners for the Oaks. Isaac Veal at third as it's another mound visit from Bill Pintard, and Jaden Barfield's day is quickly done after just facing off against 4 batters. And so another pitching change here in the 8th inning. We'll take a quick break as the Oaks now ahead 6-5. And now it's Steele Eves on the mound for the Foresters, as it's now the second pitching change of the inning. Easton Thomas started the 8th inning. He was replaced by Jaden Barfield, and now Steele Eves with 2 outs. Runners at the corners. It's Lucas Daniewicz. The first pitch, swing and a miss. Jack Jimenez at first base. Isaac Veal at third. Plenty of speed on the bags for the Oaks. Steele Eves checks at first, and he picks him off at first. To get out of the inning, Jimenez is caught sleeping. But the Oaks are able to take their lead back as it's 6-5. We head to the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back as we got a good one. Head to the bottom of the 8th inning, as it's now the 3rd pitching change of the day. Winston Peterson, the freshman from Pepperdine, making his 6th appearance here with a 2.57 ERA. Last saw him on July 5th in the 5-4 win versus the Waves. Comes in at a critical time. Just a 1-run lead now for the Oaks, 6-5. As Zane Becker looks at a ball outside.
Yeah, the Oaks scoring 2 key runs in their half of the 8th inning on that 2 RBI double by Landon West.
Becker looks at a ball upstairs, counts now 2-0. And just a tough way to go out of that 8th inning off the pickoff. Jimenez just caught sleeping. The 2-0 to Becker. Takes a ball upstairs. It's now 3 straight balls for Peterson to start his 6th appearance on the mound. Made 13 appearances for Pepperdine as a freshman. 17.61 ERA. Just 5 strikeouts. The 3-0 pitch. Over the plate for a strike. Counts now 3-1. So Forster's looking to respond themselves. The 3-0 pitch. Becker just chomps that foul. It's now a full count to Zane Becker, who is 2 for 3 on the day with a run and 2 singles. The payoff pitch from Peterson. It's fouled into the dirt. Count remains full here for Peterson. The payoff pitch. Driven into left center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Jimenez has to go back to the wall to gather it. It's going to be a stand-up double for Zane Becker as he leads it off to get things started for the Santa Barbara Foresters, and the exact type of response you want after allowing back-to-back innings with 2 runs from the Conejo Oaks.
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of start that the Foresters needed in this inning, with Becker ripping that ball into the gap in left center field. And representing the tying run, a spot for Coleman Ryan to follow up.
Ryan today 0 for 2 with a walk. So 0 outs, 1 on. The first pitch to Ryan. He shows bunt, lays it down. It's going to stay fair in the left field. Holly is able to get the out at first. Just bare hands that one with a throw on the run, but Ryan does his job, advances Becker to third base.
Yeah, great execution by Coleman Ryan, doing the small things right there, and now the Foresters can tie the game with a sac fly.
So now brings up Xavier Esker, as the umpires will meet at first, or
I wonder what they're discussing here.
Meet in field. It's a mystery to us both.
Is it the call at first? I mean, he looked out to me.
He looked out to me too. I mean, they're having quite the discussion now.
Yeah, nothing changes.
So yeah, they rule him out, and yeah, the mist and just the clouds have really overcome Eddie Mathews Field. The sun is pretty much tucked away on the left field side as it's grown a little colder, but the tension is high. So it's 1 down, runner at third base for the Foresters. The first pitch to Xavier Esker. The infield is in. Esker takes the ball upstairs. It's now Galloway behind the dish for the Oaks. The 1-0 pitch to Esker. Takes the ball outside. It's now Isaac Veal out in left field, who came in as the pinch runner for Landon West after he hit a double in the 8th.
Moves Galloway to behind the plate.
The 2-0 pitch. Esker pushes a fly ball out to right field. Daniewicz backs up to the wall, waits for it, is able to make the play. The throw comes in, but it's not going to be in time as Becker scores after they pop out to right field, and it's now back to a tie ball game, 6-6.
Well, here we go, back and forth affair here at Eddie Mathews Field. 2 very strong teams fighting hard for first place.
Just 1 game separates as the Foresters 18-8.
This game is nothing less than our expectations, as we talked about in the pregame.
Pretty much. And with both teams being tied at 2-2 in the series, it's just also bragging rights to get the final win of the season. As Paul takes a strike, low and outside, counts 0-1. Bases have been cleared. It's now 2 outs. As Peterson tries to only hold the bleeding to 1 run. The 0-1 pitch to Paul. Looks at a strike inside. So quickly down in the count, 0-2. Paul today 0 for 2 with 2 walks and a run. Yeah, one of the newer players pretty much just started playing for the Foresters this week. Just 2 days ago. The 0-2 pitch. It's low and inside for a ball. Counts now 1-2. So Paul trying to come up big for his Foresters in his first season in Santa Barbara. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Peterson gets them to chase down low. And he just holds the Foresters to 1 run as we head to the top of the 9th inning. We got a good one. It's squared at 6 apiece. And it's Lucas Daniewicz to get the final inning started here at Eddie Mathews Field. And boy, do we got a good one. It's tied at 6 apiece. And the Oaks and Foresters battling for first place in the California Collegiate League South Division. The first pitch to Daniewicz. It's outside for a ball as Steele Eves begins now his first at-bat. He picked off Jax Jimenez back in the 8th inning as Daniewicz looks at a strike on the outside, a fastball from Eves. Counts now 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, tie game in the 9th here. It doesn't get more intense than this.
Daniewicz looks at a strike inside this time. It's now a 1-2 count with Cade Falskin due up next. So Foresters hoping that Eves can just retire the side. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. 1 down in the 9th.
Yeah, Eves coming on for really his first, what he hopes to be his first complete inning of work. And, you know, it only took, he threw 1 pitch and then picked off Jimenez. So he's hoping to just hold the Oaks at bay.
And now Cade Falskin looks at a ball inside. Working with 1 out now. 2 for 3 today, and the fastball has been working thus far for Steele Eves. Falskin drives one to second base. Eskire gets under it, pitches it over to Caden Miller to get the second out. So Eves has made quick work of the first 2 batters, and now leads way
Now batting number 8, Ethan.
To Ethan Gonzalez, who's now working with 2 outs. And well, the Oaks are going to hope that he can come alive here. The first pitch. It's upstairs for a ball. And for the Foresters, they will have Easton Mumon, Brenton Clark, and Cole Chamberlain up first in the 9th inning. To the 1-0 to Gonzalez. He looks at a strike outside. Counts now 1-1. The 1-1 pitch to Gonzalez. Swing and a miss. So Eves has a chance to retire the side right here and give it to his offense for a chance to win it. The payoff, swing and a miss. As down goes Gonzalez, Eves retires the side.
What a job by Eves.
And we head to the bottom of the 9th as the Foresters, it'll be Easton Mumon, Brenton Clark, and Cole Chamberlain with an opportunity to win as Winston Peterson will return to action on the mound. We'll be right back.
Muma.
And it's the bottom of the 9th inning. Game is tied 6-6. It's the number 1 Santa Barbara Foresters and the number 2 Conejo Oaks facing off in Friday night action in the California Collegiate League, and it's Easton Muma first. The left-hand hitter with Winston Peterson beginning his 2nd inning of action. The first pitch. It's fouled into the dirt. 0-1.
Yeah, this is huge here in Peterson with him entering his 2nd inning of work. He's got a big task to handle, can't allow a single run.
Yeah, he allowed one run in that 8th inning off the RBI from Xavier Esquier. So the 0-1 pitch to Muma. Looks at a strike. Inside. It's now 0-2. The payoff pitch from Peterson. Swing and a miss. It's a 3-pitch strikeout to get things started in the 9th inning, and now it's back-to-back strikeouts
Brenton Clark.
for Winston Peterson, as now Brenton Clark comes to the plate. He's 2 for 4 today with an RBI and a strikeout. And so it is nothing but a gray sky now in Santa Barbara, California. It's down to just 2 outs here for the Foresters. First pitch. Clark looks at a ball upstairs. The 1-0 pitch to Clark. He fouls that off his calf. Now down on the count 0-2. One.
It's getting slowly darker onto the field, and it's still cloudy in the air.
We'll see if that plays an effect if this game goes any longer than 9. The 1-1. Fouls that straight back. Counts now 1-2. Up next is Cole Chamberlain, who's 0 for 2 on the day with 2 walks. Right now, the 1-2 pitch to Clark. Upstairs for a ball. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. The payoff pitch from Peterson. Just high for a ball. It's up to a full count as Peterson tries to extend this game and give the Oaks another chance to win it. The payoff. Fouled straight back.
It's a good battle that Clark is putting up against Peterson here. A lot of pressure in many ways, but also getting colder on the field.
Yeah, me and Sammy have both put on our hoodies because unfortunately the short sleeves is no more good in this weather. The full count pitch. It's fouled straight back, and I actually think that hit off the track man.
Oh, is that right?
Hopefully they have not messed up that system for Santa Barbara Foresters and their broadcast team, but count's still 3-2. It's an even ball game at 6. Another chance for Peterson to strike out the hungry Brenton Clark. The payoff pitch. Upstairs for ball 4. So now puts the go-ahead run on the bags.
Now batting
Leads
number
with-
8, Cole Chamberlain.
Yeah, with Clark representing the winning run, I would not be surprised to see possibly a steal in order or some kind of small ball, small play action.
Yeah, Brenton Clark with 7 stolen bases on the season. So Cole Chamberlain up now. He's struck out twice, walked twice. 19 hits on the season, 17 RBIs. First pitch. He takes outside. It's a 1-0 count. You can't ask much better than the final game being even at 6 apiece in the bottom of the 9th inning. It's a 1-0 count to Chamberlain as it's a check at first base. Clark gets back safely. The 1-0 pitch to Chamberlain. Upstairs for a ball as Clark dekes his steal attempt.
I think that was part of the strategy with whoever it was yelling number 6, get ready to run.
Yeah.
To just get him into that mindset and to mess with Peterson's head a little bit.
Well, even if he fakes it sometimes, it's still a threat on the bags. It's a 2-0 pitch to Chamberlain. Looks at a ball upstairs. It's now 3 straight balls, makes it a 3-0 count. And so now a little bit of jubilant scenes from the Foresters fan section as they try to hype up their team here. It's a 3-0 pitch. Chamberlain takes ball 4. So it's back-to-back walks by Peterson. Now leads way to Terrence Kill, who is 0 for 3 on the day with a walk, a stolen base, and a run.
I wouldn't be surprised to see him try to bunt here. He's got the wheels to beat it out for sure.
Yeah, we saw him in that fielder's choice in the 7th inning show off the wheels to the 90 feet to first base. So 1 out, 2 on, the first pitch to Kill. As Peterson fits it in for a strike. It's an 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch to Kill. Off goes Clark, off goes both runners as the attempt at third base is not in time. So it's 2 stolen bases, both by Clark and Chamberlain. Now a runner at second and third, and pretty much Terrence Kill, if he can put this ball in play anywhere in the outfield, just knowing Clark's speed, Foresters could get their 19th win of the season. It's a 1-1 pitch to Kill. Swing and a miss. As Peterson tries to work through deep waters right here.
Infield has moved up for the Oaks. That double steal can be a real game changer right here.
Kill looking for his first hit, and it could be the game-winning hit. The 1-2. That's in the dirt as Galloway has to kind of retrieve the ball a little outside of the plate. But it's a 2-2 count to Kill, and it's Caden Miller due up next. So the fans here are antsy as it's a 2-2 count, 1 out. The payoff pitch from Peterson. As that's hit the first base, Johnson's going to throw it back to third. Hawley's going to throw it home. Now in a pickle situation, Brent Clark tries to figure it out what he's going to do. He runs home, and he doesn't get tagged. He avoids the play from Jacob Galloway and slides home safely. A Matrix-esque play by the Santa Barbara Foresters to get the 19th win, and now they are all running into the outfield as they topple over Brenton Clark, and I can't really believe it.
Unbelievable. And yeah, Coach Solis and Jose Valle, well, I thought they were going out to talk to the umpire. That was insane. How Brenton Clark avoided that tag, I have no idea.
Catches back here.
Wow.
Eddie Mathews
Wow.
the first pitch.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even.
Fans get home safe.
I mean, from our vantage point, it looked pretty close. I mean, it looked bang bang. It looked like Galloway had almost tried to tag. I don't know. That's close one. We'll bring you into the booth as the Foresters get their 19th win of season in a dramatic fashion at Eddie Mathews Field to finish out what was a 5-game season series. And I'm still left a little speechless, Sammy.
I am too. I think that's also actually the first time I've seen a walk-off pickle.
Yeah, I mean,
just unfold like that. I mean, that's that pickle back and forth, and Clark.
To relay what happened was Terrence Kill had hit a ground ball to first base. Nolan Johnson pretty much tried to throw back to third base, thinking Brenton Clark was going to run back to third base, then eventually made his decision to go home. Found a little bit of a pickle, eventually committed to going home, and was able to dig out and was able to basically escape Jacob Galloway and slide home safely. I mean, I haven't seen it at all this season, haven't really seen that much in baseball happen, but the Foresters walk it off in a unique but a one way to get to your 19th win of the season, and a tough loss for the Oaks, who were looking to pretty much tie and potentially take first place.
Yeah, and Clark was in a pickle, now he's in Gatorade. But yeah, Foresters remain atop the CCL South, and what a big win for the Foresters, snapping the Oaks' 4-game winning streak.
Yeah,
back into the win column.
They get the 3rd win of the season versus the Caneo Oaks. Well, alongside Sammy Fawn, I've been Judo Canis, and the Caneo Oaks will be back in action for another road game in Pasadena at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field, where they take on the Arroyo Seco Saints at 6:05. But for everyone here with the Caneo Oaks, we thank you and have a good rest of your Friday.